Sweet children, remember Alpha and Beta, and you will become very entertaining. Father is entertaining, and so his children should also be entertaining. You're the best actors. Right? You should love being on the stage and letting Baba the puppeteer make you act or play your part. Question: why is everyone attracted to the images of the deities? Deities are very entertaining. And pure. Because of their entertaining natures, their images attract everyone a great deal. Deities have the special virtue of purity, and because of this virtue, the impure human beings bow down to the idols of them because of the memorial of the deity's purity. Only those who have all the divine virtues are entertaining, and they remain constantly happy. The meeting of souls with the Supreme Soul is so wonderful. All of you are the children of such an unlimited Father. So how entertaining you children should also be. Deities are entertaining, are they not? However, the kingdom is very big. Not everyone can be entertaining to the same extent, but some children are definitely very entertaining. Who can be entertaining? Those who remain
Pure.
Happy.
Cheerful.
constantly happy, and who have divine virtues. They're happy to be happy if you're not happy because of your divine virtue. Radha and Krishna are very entertaining, are they not? They have a lot of attraction. What attraction? That of purity, because their souls and bodies are both pure. Impure souls are attracted to pure souls. They bow down at their feet. Pure souls have so much strength. Even sannyasis definitely bow down in front of the deity images. Although some people are very arrogant, they would definitely still bow down in front of deity images and in front of Shiva. You know, arrogance, but they still, arrogant buggets still bow in front of deities and in front of Shiva. They even bow down in front of the images of the goddesses. Father is entertaining, and the deities that the Father created are also entertaining. They have that attraction of purity. Attraction of theirs continues to attract even today. If you think that you're becoming like Lakshmi Narayan, you should have as much attraction as they have. Your attraction of this time becomes imperishable. Not everyone's attraction is imperishable. It is number-wise. Not everyone's attraction is imperishable. It is number-wise. Those who are to claim a high status in the future would have that attraction here because those souls are becoming pure. Those of you who especially stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance have a lot of attraction of your purity. Purity is definitely observed on the pilgrimage. There is attraction in purity. The attraction of purity also brings that attraction as you study. You understand that at this time, you know their, Lakshmi Narayan, occupation. They too would have remembered the Father so much. The kingdom that they received must definitely have been received by them studying Raja Yoga. You have come here at this time to claim a high status. The Father sits here and teaches you Raja Yoga. You've come here having made this faith firm. He is the same Father, he's also our teacher. He will also take us back with him. You should constantly have these virtues and remain constantly cheerful. Only when you stay in remembrance of Alpha the Father can you remain constantly cheerful. You will then also be able to remember Beta, and you will become very entertaining. You children know that you are becoming entertaining here, and you will also be entertaining in the future. The study of this time will take you to that land of immortality. That true Baba is enabling you to earn a true income. This true income will go with you for 21 births. Later, whatever you've earned on the path of bhakti, that is only for temporary happiness. It will not go with you for all time. So at some point, your 21 births of unlimited happiness ends, and then you have to switch over to temporary happiness, which is connected to your unlimited happiness, but it is temporary. And it's temporary because you don't have knowledge and you don't have the purity anymore. You children should remain very cautious about this study. You are simple, ordinary, and the one, capital O, who's teaching was also very simple, ordinary. Is in a very simple and ordinary form. Sorry. Therefore, those who are studying should also remain simple. Otherwise, they would be embarrassed. How can we wear expensive clothes? Our mama and baba are so simple. And so we will also have to remain simple. Why do you remain so simple? Because you're in a state of simplicity. You now have to return home. No one here gets married. When a couple are about to get married, the girl remains in a state of simplicity. She wears old clothes and rubs oil on her body, but she's going to her in-laws' home. She becomes engaged to a Brahmin agent. You too have to go to your in-laws' home. You have to go from this land of Ravan to that land of Ram, that is, to the land of Vishnu. The system of being in a state of simplicity is followed so that there won't be any kind of arrogance of the body or clothing. If someone has a cheap sari and sees that another person has a very expensive sari, she would have thoughts about that. She would think that that person is not in a state of simplicity. So you're pulling somebody's mind. However, when you remain in a state of simplicity and give everyone the elevated knowledge with elevated intoxication, the arrow will strike the target. So when does this happen? When you still have the desire to have such saris, but you know Baba says no, so then you follow that. Then you notice other people doing it, and you say, how come they're not following it? Then you have waste thoughts about that. If you haven't fully renounced the desire for a nice sari. If anyone comes in front of you when you're washing dishes or clothes, you can immediately remind him of Alpha. And then you have intoxication. When you sit and give this knowledge to others, whilst in simple clothes, they will also be amazed that you have such elevated knowledge. This knowledge is of the Gita given by God. Raj Yoga is the knowledge of the Gita. Do you have such intoxication? Baba gives his own example. For instance, when I am playing a game with some children and a student comes in front of me, I immediately give him the father's introduction. Because the strength and power of yoga, that person will just stand there and wonder that someone can be so simple and yet have so much power. And the contrast makes them notice. He won't be able to say anything. The words will emerge from his lips just as you go beyond sound in the same way, then he will also go beyond sound. So the combination of your power plus simplicity will take him beyond sound. Take him out of the ego of his attachments and identity and status. You should have this intoxication within you. When my brother or sister comes, make him or her stand there and give them the directions to make them into masters of the world. You should have that intoxication inside. You should be stable in your deep love for this. Baba always says, you have this knowledge, but you don't have that power of yoga, which is the basis of intoxication. By maintaining purity and staying in remembrance, you can develop power. You become pure on the pilgrimage of remembrance. You will see strength. So you want power? Then you got to follow purity. This knowledge is a matter of wealth. After studying and becoming an MA or BA, you receive a salary accordingly. It's a different matter here. The ancient yoga bard is very well known. This is remembrance. The Father is the Almighty Authority, and you receive power from the Father. You children should be aware internally that you are souls and you are the children of Baba. However, you're not as pure as Baba. You have to become that. This is your aim and objective. You become pure by having yoga. Very special, beloved children would have these thoughts throughout the day. When any people come, show them the path, and have mercy for them, because those poor, helpless people are blind. So you could be having thoughts like that, even entertaining thoughts. Oh, I'm not as pure as Baba. There's many things you could have instead of all the waste thoughts, right? Blind ones use a stick to guide yourselves. And if you're finding it hard to get your mind back on track, then go reread your Murli notebook or the Murli to just get your mind. That's why I always tell you guys you should read a Murli before you sit for a Murli. Otherwise, your mind is stale, right? All of those people are blind. They don't have an eye of this knowledge. Each of you has now received a survive of this knowledge, and you know everything. We now know the beginning, middle, and end of the whole world at this time. All of those matters belong to the path of bhakti. Did you know previously? Hear no evil, see no evil. Why were those images created? You didn't know why. You just saw these three monkeys, right? No one in this world understands the meaning of that. You now understand. Just as the Father is knowledgeful, so you, his children, are also becoming knowledgeful, number-wise, according to the effort you make. Some children become very intoxicated. Wow, if you become Baba's child, but don't claim your full inheritance from Baba, then what have you been doing since becoming his child? It's your singular purpose for being born. Examine your chart every night. Baba's the businessman. Businessmen find it easy to keep their accounts. Government servants neither know how to keep accounts or how to make deals. They're not businessmen, so they don't know how to make deals. And then they're accountants, so they don't know how to keep track of the accounts. Government servants need to know how to keep accounts and how to make deals. Businessmen understand how to make deals very well. You are businessmen. You can understand your profit and loss. Check your accounts every day. Look after your accounts. Yeah, check and see where you're breaking free, because that is subtle sin. And subtle sin causes burden and loss of income. It is remembered that Baba's the businessman and the jewel merchant. He makes deals with the imperishable jewels of this knowledge. You also understand this number one is according to the efforts you do, that everyone has such a shrewd intellect. They listen with one ear and they let it out the other, which means they didn't actually see the value of what was being told to them. It takes a shrewd intellect to see the value of something. It flows away through a hole in their apron, a hole in their intellect. They're unable to fill their aprons. The Father says, wealth never diminishes due to donating it. These are the imperishable jewels of this knowledge. The Father is Rupan Basant. He is a soul and he has knowledge in him. You, his children, are also Rupan Basant. All of this knowledge is recorded in the soul. He too has a form, even though the soul is so tiny. And it's meaning Ship Baba. Souls can also be realized. People worship Somnath, the Lord of Nectar, but how could they worship such a tiny star? So therefore, they create many lingams in order to worship him. They make Shiv lingams as high as the roof. In fact, he is tiny, but his status is so elevated. Father also told you in the previous cycle that no one can attain anything by doing tapasya or having sacrificial fires. They continue to come down by doing all those things. They continue to come down the ladder. For you, it is now your stage of ascent. You Brahmins are number one genies. There's a story of the genie who said he would swallow everyone up if he wasn't given some work to do. So he was giving the work of
Climbing a ladder.
Up and down the ladder.
going up and down the ladder. Therefore, he was given something to do. So he's saying, keep your mind busy, give it something to do. Baba has also told you, you come down this unlimited ladder and then you climb it. Only you come down the ladder fully and then climb to the top. Only you have the full duration of the cycle. You are genies. No one else climbs the ladder fully. You claim such a high status by receiving this full knowledge of the whole ladder. You then come down again and then climb up again. The Father says, I am your Father. And why does he have to say that? It's obvious. Obviously, the children are forgetting. You call me the purifier. I am the almighty authority because my soul is 100% ever pure. I, this point, am the authority. Now, you can believe it or not, but if you hear that, who could say that? I could never say, I would never have the guts to say, I am the almighty authority. So that's how you know he's not human. I know all the secrets of all the scriptures. This is such a wonder. All this knowledge is so wonderful. You would never have heard that a soul has an imperishable part of 84 births recorded in him, and that it can never be erased. He continues to play it. The soul continues to play its part all the time. This cycle of 84 births continues to turn. This soul is filled with a record of 84 births. Such a tiny soul has so much knowledge. Baba has this knowledge, and you children also have it. You play such huge parts. These parts will never be erased. A soul cannot be seen with these eyes. It's just a point. Baba says, I do know a point like that. You children understand this now. You are unlimited renunciates and Rajrishis. You should have so much intoxication. Rajrishis remain completely pure. Rajrishis are those who belong to the sun and moon dynasties, but they attain their kingdom here, just as you are now doing. You children understand that you are now about to depart. you're sitting in the steamer of the boatman, and the boat's about to go home. You also know that this is the most auspicious confluence. You definitely have to go from this old world to that new world via the land of peace. This should constantly remain in the intellects of you children. When we were in the golden age, there were no other countries. Imagine that. There was only our kingdom. We are now claiming our kingdom once again with the power of yoga. This explained that only with the power of yoga can the kingdom of the world be attained. No one can attain it with physical power. This is the unlimited drama. This play is predestined. The Father gives the explanation of this play. He tells you the history and geography of the world from the beginning. You very clearly understand the secrets of the subtle region and the incorporeal world. They had their kingdom in the corporeal world. That is, it used to be our kingdom, the deities. You have recalled how you came down the ladder. The play of going up and down the ladder is in the intellects of your children. It is now in your intellects how world history and geography repeat. We play the parts of heroes and heroines in this. We become defeated and we then become victorious. This is why we are called heroes and heroines. Acha, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, Baptata. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children.
And the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father.
Essence Pradana. You are now in a state of
Simplicity.
simplicity. Therefore, you have to remain very simple, ordinary. Let there not be the slightest arrogance of your body or about clothing. Whilst doing everything, have elevated intoxication by having remembrance of the Father. 2. You are unlimited renunciates and Rajrishis. Remain in this intoxication and become pure. He even said Silver Age souls are also Rajrishis. Become full of the wealth of this knowledge and
Donate it to
donate it.
us.
Become true businessmen and keep a chart of your remembrance. So how do you donate it? Through your thoughts, words, and actions. Blessing. May you bow down as a humble-hearted instrument by considering yourself to be a server. So inspire others to bow down. Someone who offers his every thought and action to the Father is said to be an instrument. You become an instrument. You becoming an instrument means to offer yourself. Right? Samarpan. You have to offer yourself. And anyone who bows down is said to be humble-hearted. The more you bow down with your sanskars and thoughts, the more the world will bow down to you. So then what happens when you don't bow down? You expect the world to bow down to you, and then you get upset when they don't, and then you say there's injustice. Humble-hearted people don't feel there's injustice. Let there not be the thought, Golan, well, others should bow down to me. Those who are true servants always bow down. They never show any bossiness. Slogan. No longer be an embodiment of problems, become an embodiment of solutions. Of it, Sigma. You great souls, and repeating again, you're a great soul. You great souls should constantly have sweet and great thoughts for all other souls. Sweet and great thoughts for all other souls. The Father's nature for every soul is constantly benevolent. He has merciful feelings, feelings of uplifting everyone, and feelings of sweetness and humility. Therefore, make your nature the same. To have the nature of speaking sharply or of becoming forceful is a huge obstacle in Brahmin life. That's what I've been turning to. Now transform such a nature. Om Shanti.